Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for joining me. If you're brand new here, welcome. Spank the subscribe button. I would love you to hang out here more often and become part of our Herbally family. Now, I know I haven't been here in a long time, but I've been busy working on some really cool projects. First of all, you might have seen some of my audiobook stuff. I've been finally getting into and found some work with LibriVox, where I volunteer to narrate public domain works. Feel free to check that out. If you haven't gone to my personal channel, that's where I'm going to put the audiobook. Going to be my audiobook portfolio now, so you can head on over there. I will put links for that below. But anyway, today we're going to be talking about one of the best loved flavors in the world. It is used in Asian cuisines and Indian cuisines, and it has been known for all that time for fantastic medicinal and health benefits. So if you would like to know more about ginger and its essential oil, stick around. Ginger is some pretty amazing stuff. It is actually related to the cardamom and turmeric plant, which we all know has also amazing health benefits, especially for joint health. It is actually a root or a rhizome, like bamboo. It is a beautiful flowering plant that can grow easily in a planter in your own home. It's a wonderful house plant, and you can also use the roots. It grows about 1 meter tall with narrow green blade-like leaves and has stunning yellow flowers. It is indigenous to the tropical rainforest regions of southern Asia. It doesn't grow wild any longer, but it is thought to have originated in India. Now, ginger was first exported to Europe in the 1st century AD, and as a result, it became lucrative in the spice trade industry along the Silk or the Spice Road. It was used extensively to trade with the Romans. The word ginger comes from Old English, from about the 14th century, probably about the middle of that century. The word is gingifer, from medieval Latin, or gingiber. It comes from Latin, from Greek, from Sanskrit. Its age and the amount that it has been used since essentially the dawn of civilization. It has been called many things, and so the root word comes from the root word of other root words from other roots. You should probably just do some research on your own and come up with your own conclusion. Horticulturally, it is an extremely aesthetic plant for the home and easily to adapt to an indoor household climate. It is a perennial, so it'll come back year after year. Now, if you're in a subtropical, warmer climate, maybe like Florida, it will come back and you could possibly grow it outside. It likes warmer climates. Now, if you're in the northern area like me in Pennsylvania, it's likely you would make it chill out outside during the late spring and summers, and then once it starts getting cool, you bring it in. If you're growing it at home, what they do in the spice trade industry is when they gather the rhizome, it is done when the stalk itself withers. And then the root itself is scalded in hot water and even sometimes washed or scraped, which kills the rhizome essentially and prevents it from sprouting again. It is one of the most fragrant and most memorable and noticeable fragrances in the kitchen. The rhizomes are fleshy and juicy and kind of spicy. Mild taste, maybe not so much, but it is rather pleasant. I find it pleasant anyway. So what do you think about using ginger? Do you like using it in your cooking? Do you like to use it fresh, the oils, the powder? I love it. It's delicious. I am a huge fan of pickled ginger, like at the sushi restaurant. It can be pickled in vinegar or in sherry, and it's a great snack. Very healthy for you too. And you can even steep it in hot water for making kind of like a ginger tea. You can add a little lemon or a little honey. It's great for sore throats, bronchitis, or if you're just feeling bleh or have a cold. It'll help open up the lungs and help to dry out the mucous membrane so you can start feeling better. And also the massive boost of vitamin C, especially if you add lemon, will knock that cold right out of you. If you're cooking and you do not have dried ginger but you have fresh, you can use it in a ratio of 6 to 1 instead of using the dried ground ginger. Their flavors are somewhat different, but it's still going to be delicious whether you use fresh or dried anyhow, because, well, ginger. The dried form is usually used for baked goods such as gingerbread, ginger snap, cookies, crackers, cake, and the holidays are here, and well, there's going to be a lot of ginger and a lot of cinnamon, and a little allspice, a little nutmeg, a little, I'm getting hungry now because it's lunchtime. And now I want some ginger. I might want to do something about that later. Something I like to keep around at all times because of its ability to soothe the digestive system is candied ginger. It's easily found in the grocery store these days. It's also known as crystallized ginger. It is essentially the root cooked in a simple syrup until it is soft. It's considered actually to be a confection. I think of it more like a medicine. That's a lot easier to take than some of that nasty junk from the drugstore. And one of the things I like to do with this candied ginger, if I don't have fresh, if I'm feeling ill, I like to make tea, like an herbal tea or some green tea, and I'll put a piece of candied ginger in it and a little bit of lemon or some really good honey, and I'll let it sit in there while I'm drinking it. And then at the end, I'll just eat the ginger. In terms of regional uses, it has been used in Indian cuisines for centuries. It is a key ingredient, especially in thicker things such as gravies and in a lot of vegetarian and their meat-based dishes, depending on the region that you are in. Ginger has also been used in the Ayurvedic medicine as well. It's common in Indian drinks, both cold and hot, including the masala chai. Now, fresh ginger is one of the primary spices for making pulse and lentil curries. Now, when you put fresh ginger together with some peeled garlic, cloves, crushed or ground to form a paste, it's the ginger garlic masala. It's used often in many preparations. Now, in Japan, if you are big into sushi, you'll know that there's a lot of ginger flavor. Also, the pickled ginger. It's used grated on tofu or on noodles. It is used in Korean kimchi quite often as well. Although most of the time they just grate it and squeeze the juice to avoid the fibrous, fleshy part of the ginger. In Burma, it is used often as traditional medicine. It is consumed as or part of a salad dish called gien tok. The salad consists of shredded ginger preserved in oil with some nuts and seeds. Sounds delicious. Used in Malaysia and the Philippines, in cuisines from the Vietnam, Caribbean, China, and a lot of Arabic cultures as well. Now here in the Western cuisine, it is used mainly in sweet foods, such as the gingerbreads, ginger snaps, biscuits. In France, there is a ginger wine, and it is flavored with ginger. In the United Kingdom, there is a product, ginger wine, and it is a ginger flavored wine, and it is usually sold in a green glass bottle. Ginger is something also often added to coffee or tea. There is also a ginger flavored liqueur in France called Canton, and it's produced in Jarnac. Many of the medicinal uses for the fresh, dried, or oil of the ginger root are pretty similar, just really depends on what you have and the concentration you need it in. For further information and discretional use of such medicinal uses, please contact someone who is knowledgeable about using natural herbal medicine. Ginger is used for mouth care and to treat various disorders such as nausea and arthritis pain. It helps to alleviate inflammation. You can add a couple of drops to some carrier oil and rub it on the affected area. It's also great, as I've mentioned a few times now, that it's great for eating and digestion. As with all things, if you're going to be using the essential oil, use it in a carrier. You may have a reaction to ginger and it'll likely result into a rash like hives. Though it is generally considered as safe, it can cause heartburn and other side effects if taken in the powdered form. Unchewed ginger may result in intestinal blockage as well because of the fibrous nature of it. Now, if you have ulcers, inflammatory bowel diseases, or you've had issues with blocked intestines, you may react poorly to large quantities of ginger. Side effects mostly with consuming powdered ginger are gas, bloating, heartburn, and nausea. This video is for educational purposes only. The information provided here is for one's general knowledge. Nothing I have said, mentioned, or are listing below in the description box has been approved by the FDA unless otherwise noted. Nothing I have mentioned or are teaching is intended to treat, cure, or prevent any illness or disease. So anyway, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this little journey that we haven't done in a very long time. Learned a bit more about ginger and its essential oil and some really great things it can help you do and fix and heal and deliciousness. So if you have any questions, comments, topic suggestions, please leave them below. I would love to chat with you. Also, don't forget to check out the link back down in the description box to my audiobook narration portfolio channel-y thing. I'll link that down there. If you found any value in this, please share that with your friends and give it a big old thumbs up. And if you're new here, again, welcome. Hit the subscribe button. I would love you to be part of the whole whatever the heck it is that we're doing here. So anyway, I will talk to you all very soon. Have a happy Thanksgiving if I do not get to see you. Have some time with your family, your friends, people who love you, your pets, yourself. Love yourself. Anyway, thanks again, everyone. Bye.